Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got more TF2 commentary, playing as a demo, or a DemoKnight I should say, rocking of course the stock grenade launcher, the Eyelander and the Splendid screen this time. Now I normally tend to use the Charge and Targe for obvious reasons. It allows you to stay alive quite a bit, and if you get some serious heads, yeah, pardon the pun I suppose, but once you start building up your head counter, you want to stay alive because you get too much of a benefit out of it. You know, you do more damage, you're faster, more health. And the Splendid screen is very nice to build it up, but it's very it's very hard to stay alive, or at least you have a decreased chance of staying alive against fire and of course explosives, which is very obvious. You don't get the benefit of having charge damage from every single range, or for whatever the range may be. But you do stay alive quite a bit. It is a little bit more difficult to get those heads with a Charge and Targe to begin with, but once you get them, it's definitely worth it. And the reason why I'm using the Splendid screen this time is because I forgot I had it equipped. I was basically just messing about with a full DemoKnight loadout, which of course means I was instead using the bootleggers, or the equivalent to weeby booties, which allows you to have a little bit more health and a little bit more charge control, instead of the grenade launcher of course. But I was just messing about and I was looking for a video to make, and I ended up thinking maybe a DemoKnight again. I always like playing a DemoKnight for funsies, and here we are, but I kind of forgot to change it out. But in the end it actually came to my benefit, because as you have seen my if you have seen my previous demo video, I basically talk about how I used to play a DemoKnight before I got used to a Charge and Target. And this was my usual loadout before I changed everything up and before I became a little bit more serious about the things or how I play things. You know, I thought a little bit more about it. But before that, I basically just used the Splendid screen to charge, do the damage, and then swing with the Eyelander and get the insta kill. Even though in the long run, and if you get your heads, it's a lot safer and a lot more beneficial, I think, in my opinion, to have the Charge and Targe. And I have 4 heads now, so I have a lot more health, I'm a lot faster, a lot more powerful as a DemoKnight. And having the Charge and Targe just makes you also a little bit more tougher. Against fire and explosives, you still have to watch for snipers, especially at this specific point. And as you can see, I'm not really landing any hits, and this is why I thought I was useless. Because I was just mainly getting kills with, of course, the Eyelander. And I tend to use my rocket launcher. No, I'm using my grenade launcher as a spray and pray tactic. And it's kind of bad because I got so used to the lock and load that I tend to overshoot things now with the grenade launcher, or undershoot them, because I expect my projectiles to be a bit faster. But the one thing that I can always count on, well, that was a direct hit. Like I hit the pills that I don't expect to hit, and the ones that I need to hit are the ones that don't get hit. It's really annoying, trying to make something happen as well. And as you can see, I can't really do anything. There's not really much going on, and I'm just using my spray and pray tactic, and use the ability of the pills to not vaporize on hitting the ground like the lock and load does, to basically have some kind of area denial, which allows me to basically do some splash damage, bring some people to lower health, or possibly even bring them down. And right now you can see me going all the way to the front lines, basically in the heart of the lion, or the eye in the storm I should say. And this is a tactic that I tend to use as a scout when we get spawn killed or when we get stuck, because as you can see, everybody is trying to go after me. Nobody is going after the bomb. If they just ignored me, I wouldn't be able to kill them, because I would be chilling out, around spawn, distracting them, even though they don't even spawn there, I believe. But they still go after me. And I get a little bit cocky against the pyro. I think the 2 deaths I have in this game are because of pyros, because I tend to get a kill with the Eyelander, and they have fire, and fire burns me, which means I'm dead, which is slightly unfortunate. As you can see, I'm trying to get my getaway here. Do get a shield kill, which I probably wouldn't have gotten if I had the Charge and Targe. So in that sense, it did help me this game. And I'm slowly dying here. The pyro did not extinguish me, and I probably should have gone for the small health pack on the side of the wall there, But I was kind of so focused on getting out and hoping for a medic or the dispenser right here that I kind of just forgot everything, which is kind of stupid because I lost all my heads that way. And once you have multiple pyros in the enemy team, especially when they know you're a DemoKnight and they get the hand of it to reflect you or to burn you to death, it kind of gets increasingly difficult to build up a significant amount of heads before you die again. But right now, once again, I'm not landing any hits with the grenade launcher. Well, I landed that one, so that's a given. But I'm basically using my area denial technique that I talked about. You know, using your grenades to basically build an area where if they stand in there, they will die because of the splash damage. The usual recommended thing to do with this is basically shoot 2 grenades, you know, and then keep 2 grenades while you reload. So if somebody gets close to you, you still have something to fight with. I'm using all 4 grenades if I get the chance here. And it seems to be slightly effective right now. Now that I lost my heads, I'm apparently landing a little bit more hits. And my AoE tactic with the grenade launcher, the spray and pray, tends to be a little bit more effective as well. As you can see, they're not pushing the bomb, so I can't really focus on that. And as well, there's no wall to hold my grenades back. So spray and praying is a little bit more difficult right there. I still try it, but as you can see, the grenades just bounce off and apparently start dominating people, and I'm completely fine with that. And it is very difficult to push up at this point and upward if you have a good defense going. And we do have some mini sentries, which is a very cheesy way of defending, but a very effective way. And this is also why, of course, I still think they should still fix the mini sentry, or tweak, no wait, not fix, tweak the mini sentry. So at least when you destroy it, it becomes a little bit harder to rebuild it instantly, unless of course you have a truckload of metal around you, which they do because they have several dispensers here. It just seems a little bit too easy. That is of course a spy. Get them with the charge, which is always a very nice thing about the charge. If you can't keep up with somebody, you can use your charge to keep up. And I do think that the ability, your charge ability, is very underestimated, because not only with the split screen does it allow you to kill quite effectively, if you saw, it also allows you to get out, and the whole getting out aspect of the charge is something that is highly unappreciated or underestimated by both friendlies as well as enemies. And if you have seen my previous videos, or just any other video with any decent person that plays around with any kind of shield, you will see that they use it to get out, you know, get out away from burning to death, or just a situation where they don't want to be in, or just get some very nice kills, which is always a very satisfying thing to have, especially as a DemoKnight, because you get the heads. It's very gratifying and very rewarding to get kills with the eyeliner, because you become so fast, so powerful, so healthy, so amazing. Anyway, we just won the game on defense on the upward, so that is kind of awesome, trying to be a wannabe pirate here. Anyway, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.